Hello, this is February 2nd, 2022. This is Astrology Talk. Places to film this are pretty scarce, but I'm trying this out today. So I'm looking at a chart, and it just has some symbols on it and a couple notes of what I want to talk about today. So first I want to talk about the moon, which is in Pisces now. Yesterday it was in Aquarius, and today it has moved into Pisces. And the moon in Pisces is a time when people are more sensitive than usual, and that is emotionally and also to other people. And people pick up thoughts of other people during this time and sometimes have a hard time knowing if they're thoughts of their own or thoughts of the other people. This is a time where people are more observant than typically. It just depends on who you are and what your chart has in it, but it's a time where you're more receptive. Everyone is more receptive. And I think it's a great sign for the moon to be in, to encourage sensitivity on all levels. And the moon in Pisces is also forming a conjunction with Jupiter, which conjunction means within 10 degrees, basically, and being together. So the moon in Pisces conjunct Jupiter in Pisces is a really great time to have your sense of humor on high and just naturally, and to enjoy the lighter things of life, enjoy the perspective where you can be more optimistic and hopeful. At the same time, if you are feeling very sensitive and very introspective, this will be enhanced with the moon and Jupiter in a conjunction. So it's a really good time to have a notebook handy and write down some of your thoughts and your dreams, because you can learn some things from times like this that maybe aren't available, as far as insight is not available at other times. But this is a good time to see into things, see the deeper levels. Later on, in 24 to 48 hours, the moon is going to make a conjunction to the planet Neptune, and which is in Pisces. Neptune's in Pisces, and the moon will still be in Pisces. It'll make a conjunction in, as I said, 24 to 48 hours. And that's a time when your dreams will be very insightful and very vivid. And your feelings, you'll have these feelings if you're with other people that of just like, what is the best that can happen here? And it's happening, right? And even if it's not totally happening, you will see the positive. On the other hand, if you're in a situation that has negative aspects to it with another person, for example, it could be quite disillusioning. So what you gotta do when the moon's in Pisces, just kind of ride the wave, because it's a time where your feelings fluctuate and flow, and you might feel one way in the morning and another way in the evening. And so just flow with it. Yesterday I talked about Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, and it still is retrograde in Capricorn. And I did not talk about the other aspect that's happening with Mercury, which is its conjunction to Pluto. It's within 3 degrees, and that's close. And a Mercury-Pluto conjunction means that you may have some very deep discussions with people. You may have some very deep thoughts. And depending on what you are trying to work out in your life, it can be daunting to a certain degree as far as seeing your way through a particular situation. But the benefits of a Mercury-Pluto conjunction are that you have an ability at this time to probe into certain situations or realities or ideas, relationships, and feel comfortable doing that. Which sometimes it's not comfortable to look deep and see things that you might not want to see. But when Mercury and Pluto are conjunct, you can look deep and feel like you're moving through velvet instead of mud. On the other hand, you can also feel like you're moving through mud, but at least you're moving, right? You're moving and you're going forward. Even though Mercury is retrograde, it's just making the search for answers a little bit more intense in terms of, maybe the number of possibilities that you see, and in some cases, the number of possibilities that you do not see. So you just need to know that this is a time where things will be uncovered and revealed in time. You have to take your time during this time. Mercury is also, like I mentioned, in Capricorn, which is gives you a sense of stability that you would maybe not have with Mercury, because Mercury sometimes makes people feel like a sense of urgency to solve some things or organize some things or make some decisions. But the Capricorn energy slows you down just enough to look more carefully at what is available to you. Another thing that's happening is Venus and Mars in Capricorn, as I mentioned yesterday. They are conjunct. Venus and Mars are within 5 degrees of each other. And what else is happening, I didn't talk about this yesterday, but I'm talking about it now. What else is happening is there is 120 degrees between Venus and Mars and the planet Uranus, which is in Taurus. And that is really interesting because it inspires change that you're already thinking about, you're already possibly planning for, and maybe you're just not sure how you're going to do it or when you're going to do it, but you know you're going to do it. So, and you know that it has, that your plan to make some change has your best interest at heart, and that you're really thinking seriously and carefully because of the Capricorn energy, you're really thinking carefully about how to make the change that you want to make. And the planet Uranus in Taurus has a couple of different things that happen with it. It's, on the one hand, it makes you feel like you want to make it happen, or that it's going to happen. And on the other hand, you find yourself having to wait, because you feel like certain things just haven't fallen into place yet. And that's the Taurus energy, because the Taurus energy has to clean up things around in order to be able to progress forward. And that's why the Taurus energy is associated with slowness and patience, and a time when you have to wait. And that can be really frustrating, especially if you need it. Well, you have a sense that you need to do things sooner rather than later, but this is a time where you look at what you're thinking about, what you have to do, and do your best not to pressure yourself about the when, because things at this time are unfolding on their own time. And we humans, just need to stay positive. So that's what I have to say about the astrology today, and February 2nd, 2022. And I hope that it's been informative. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I finally figured out how to open the comments and get them active. And I will check the comments and answer the comments. That's probably the easiest way. And if you want a chart done of your own or something, you can send me an email at patriciacraven817@gmail. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.